What do you need to do to renew your CNA certification in the state of Texas? Number one, you will need to verify that you've worked as a CNA, completing CNA type duties like patient direct care within the 2 years of your CNA certification. You also have what they call continuing education units or hours. And this will consist of infection control, proper use of PPE, and your in-services also from your employers can be utilized and documented. But remember, your infection control and your proper use of PPE is due every year. At least 24 hours of in-service education every 2 years. So you have to stay up on your CEUs a little bit like nurses do now. Also, students who are CNAs who've expired, you need to be completing a form that has your ID, that also shows so you have to submit a background check, especially if you've let it lapse for more than 24 months. And you will have to retest. It's only required if you haven't been employed doing nursing-related duties in the preceding 24 months. So one of the things that is important or a detail for you to understand is that the retest is you actually completing the state exam, both written and skills. And for students that have allowed their CNA to lapse because maybe you took a break, life, whatever, the tests may look a lot different than when you were in your program. So this is where students are a little questioned, they have more of a question like, should I just go ahead and apply for the retest, go through the process? You do have to utilize the new system, TULIP, that the state of Texas has implemented for your renewals, all of it, right? So you can't avoid that process. You have to submit your documentation and whatever is required, as I went through on that system. But, it's important for you to understand the retest component and requirements may look different, especially if you haven't been in the CNA program in the past 2 years. We have a new testing company that started in 2020. So if you're going based on these rules, you may need to do a program. And I know it's something that students may not like to hear, but unless you have access to how the state of Texas wants you to demonstrate your skills, unless you have access to exams and tools to study and prep, you may not be successful on the state exam. And that's important to realize. Like, it's not the same as it was. It has changed. We have a different company in the past 4 years. So if you've let it lapse for more than 4 years, for instance, you need to relearn some things that we didn't do 4 years ago. And I'm letting you know, we had to relearn skills in a different way because of the company. So don't underestimate the preparation that you have to put in if you are the CNA person who has allowed their CNA certification to lapse. It says in the preceding 24 months that you may have to go through a program. Now, is it possible to potentially not? I mean, it doesn't necessarily require you, from what I understand, to do a program, but if you haven't been in school and you haven't tested under this company, honestly, that may be your best recourse because things have changed. So I just wanted to give a little tutorial or video about what you have to do to renew your CNA certification. All right, bye-bye.